What if I told you a man went to space and came back with something living inside him? Not a virus, not a parasite, but a creature that only comes out at night and needs human flesh to survive. And the scariest part? The government doesn't want to destroy it. They want to use it as a weapon. This is Sputnik. The story begins in 1983, at the peak of the Cold War. A Soviet spacecraft is returning to Earth after a mission in space. Everything seems normal until something goes horribly wrong. Inside the capsule are two cosmonauts, but during re-entry, communication suddenly cuts off. Moments later, the capsule crash lands. When the rescue team arrives, they find something disturbing. One of the astronauts is dead, and the other is alive, but not entirely alone. The surviving cosmonaut is Konstantin. On the surface, he seems perfectly fine, calm, cooperative, even charismatic. But there's one problem. He has no memory of what happened in space. It's like something erased that part of his mind completely. The military quickly isolates him in a classified facility. No public records, no outside contact. Whatever happened up there, they want it buried. To understand what's going on, they bring in Tatiana, a brilliant neurologist. But she's not your typical doctor. She's known for challenging authority and for treating patients like human beings, not experiments, which is exactly why she was forced out of her previous job. Now, she's been given a second chance. But this time, the patient she's about to study might not even be fully human anymore. At first, everything seems normal. Konstantin eats, talks, and behaves like any other person. But Tatiana notices something strange. His body reacts differently to stress. His vitals spike at unusual times, especially at night. So she decides to observe him overnight. And that's when things take a terrifying turn. As the lights go out, cameras continue recording. Konstantin suddenly begins to choke violently. His body convulses, and then something starts crawling out of his mouth. A long, slimy, skeletal creature. It drops to the floor and moves like a predator, silent, fast, deadly. This isn't just an infection. This is something alive, something that's been living inside him. If you're enjoying this story so far, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because it only gets darker from here. And trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. The military reveals the truth. They've known about the creature. They've been studying it, feeding it, observing it. Yes, feeding it. They bring in prisoners and use them as live food for the alien. Tatiana is horrified. To her, this isn't science, it's cruelty. But to the military, this is an opportunity. As Tatiana continues her research, she discovers something even more disturbing. The creature isn't just living inside Konstantin, it's connected to him. When Konstantin is calm, the creature stays dormant. When he's stressed or afraid, it becomes active. It feeds, it hunts, it reacts. Almost like they share the same nervous system. This isn't just a host and parasite relationship. It's a bond, a symbiosis. The commander in charge reveals their true goal. They don't want to remove the creature. They want to control it. Imagine sending a soldier into enemy territory with an undetectable weapon living inside them. No guns, no bombs, just a creature that kills on command. To them, Konstantin isn't a person anymore. He's a prototype. Tatiana refuses to accept this. She sees Konstantin as a victim, a man who went to space and was turned into something else against his will. So she starts digging deeper into his past. And what she finds changes everything. Konstantin wasn't randomly chosen for the mission. He was selected because of his psychological profile, his loneliness, his emotional detachment. He was the perfect host. As Tatiana grows closer to him, she realizes something heartbreaking. Despite everything, Konstantin doesn't fully understand what's happening to him. He knows something is wrong, but he doesn't know what. And deep down, he's scared. The experiments become more aggressive. The creature is pushed further, fed more, tested more, and it starts changing, becoming stronger, faster, more dangerous. The bond between it and Constantine grows deeper and more unstable. Everything begins to fall apart. The creature becomes uncontrollable. The military loses its grip on the situation. Tatiana realizes there's only one way to stop this, but it comes at a cost. To destroy the creature, she might have to sacrifice Constantine. In a desperate attempt, she tries to separate them. But by now, they are no longer two separate beings, they are one, and saving one means losing the other. In the end, the real horror isn't the alien, it's the system that allowed it to happen. The willingness to turn a human being into a weapon, to sacrifice morality for power. Because sometimes the real monsters aren't from space.